Hi. Okay, my name is Dr. May Alamari, Pharm.D. Um, okay, so this is my, let's see if you can see that. Yeah, now you can. Okay, so I am a life coach. Okay, so my name is Dr. May Alamari, and I say doctor because we're Pharm.Ds, Doctor of Pharmacy. Not a lot of people probably heard Doctor of Pharmacy, but um, here I am, Doctor of Pharmacy. So let me move out of the way for the second. Okay. Um, So I trained with a reverend. Her name is, well, let's say she started as a psychologist, and then I don't know why my voice is so loud. Sorry. Okay. Good afternoon. This is Dr. May Alamari, Pharm.D. Um, this is my vision board. I put it on my wall because it's on my wall. That's funny. No, it's on my wall, my literal wall, because it changes, and I need to be able to take things off and put back on, and this and that, and this and that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of I trained under Mary Morris. She is a reverend, and well, she started as a psychologist. She actually started as a therapist, and then she progressed to getting her master's degree in psychology, and then she became a, did I say psychologist? I guess a master's degree doesn't make you a psychologist. So a master's degree in psychology made you a counselor. So she was a counselor, and then she became a reverend. She decided to go to some sort of school to become a female reverend, and she's of the Unity Church, which believes in Jesus, and it's a little bit more progressive. And Protestant churches typically don't like Unity churches because they're jealous, and they're just jealous. I don't know what more to say about that. So anyway, I trained with her. She trained us on life mastery skills, and I paid a lot of money. I paid $36,000 to her, and I kind of regret it because one, it was a big mistake. I never started my own business, and I ended up homeless. So that didn't work out. I give you this face because it sucks. It sucks to pay $36,000 to somebody. It's like tuition, I suppose. You could look at it that way. Okay. That at least tuition, being a pharmacist, they gave me a fucking job. You know, uh, Mary Mannon Morrissey didn't give me a fucking shit. She didn't even tell me how to fucking start a business. And she did nothing to help us start a business. So she just either, number one, fucked me with my, took all my money. Number two, made me homeless. Number three, helped me believe in a lie. And so, long story short, most of my Christian colleagues said I was Joel Osteen, conned, basically, the con men. The biggest con men and women of America and of the world, I should say, are people of the church, because they con you right out of your fucking paycheck, and it really fucking sucks. And anyway, you saw what America did to President Donald Trump. That is the biggest con that I've ever seen in my entire fucking pharmacist life. So here I am telling the truth, and you guys are not going to like it. So sorry, it hurts a little bit, but that's the truth. They took my savings and melted it away into their own bank accounts. So I ended up on the street, and I ended up homeless, and nobody really picked me up. So here I am. And so I was trained by her. This is where I'm at. 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. 10 years later, after Mary Madison Moore. Oh, 10 years later, exactly. 2011 was the day that I wrote the 36,000. I have a lisp now. I never had a lisp before. So I have $36,000 cash check. Oh, good. I'll do that. Okay. All right. So who pays you back, really? And I mean that in the most nasty way ever, I guess. The biggest con in the world are the people of the church. They will con you right into writing a cash check out of your entire savings right into their bank account and make you homeless. That's the Reverend Mary Morrissey. That's what she did to me as a pharmacist. So, you know, fuck you, Unity Church bitches. Um, and so, what did the government do? Well, so I did the stupid thing again. I wrote the big check. And this time it wasn't to Mary Morrissey and the church, it was to the United States government. And so, who can you trust? The United States government. Now, you can't trust them with everything, but you can trust them with your cash. $53,000 cash. Another check written to the U.S. Department of Education. This is what I have. This is what I have in turn for paying for my, what do you call it? The cash check was for, paying off my student loan, like I promised, the promissory note. I signed a promissory note 10 years ago. I signed the promissory note in 2008, and I paid off my student loan even though President Biden supposedly, allegedly, like Fox News and Wendy Williams, making, now how much does she make a year? She makes $15 million a year. What the fuck do you do with 15 million? Shit, I can't even figure out what to do with $15 a day, But anyway, Wendy Williams, as a black person, transgender, that turned female to male, male to female, male to female at a young age. She lied her whole life, obviously. Just like Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner is not a liar. He's a truth teller. Back to the Olympics, Anyway, I don't know where it's going with all this. But basically, you could trust the government. You can't trust the con men of church and mosque. I'm not Jewish. I never was. I never will be. I guess we could just simplify and say clergy. Clergy are male, female, anyone really. Anyone in clergy are con artists, and they get away with it. And here I am, 12 years later, believing their lies. It hurts. So I put all this stuff up because I trained with Mary Morrissey to become a life mastery coach. Life mastery, what the fuck is life mastery? At the end of the day, you just took $36,000 out of my bank account and made me homeless, basically. So I openly gave $53,000 cash check to the United States Department of Education because I signed a promissory note in 2008, and President Trump at the time had said that, don't forget to pay your promissory note. You promised you were going to pay the government back your student loan for studying and letting you study pharmacy and getting your doctor of pharmacy, even though you're not using it. He didn't say all that, but I'm just ad-libbing. And but basically he said, don't forget to pay your student loan back. So even though President Biden allegedly wrote off student loan after I paid, I could have saved $53,000. Thanks a lot, asshole. But it is what it is. You live and learn. And so I trained under a reverend, and I'm not in the con business because pharmacists are held to an oath that many people are not held to, which means basically we will commit no crimes, and we will cause no harm in our patients, and we will seek the welfare of our patients. Patients, patients. Now, doctors are used to calling their patients. Pharmacists, on the other hand, like me, I'm not used to calling them a patient. I mean, when I worked as a pharmacist in the drugstore, CVS, we called them customers, and it's not appropriate when they're in the hospital to call them a customer. You know, you're my customer. We're going to give you a coronary artery bypass, and you're going to buy it for, I don't know, $60,000, and that's our customer. So, which sounds ridiculous. We would never do that as a pharmacist in a hospital. We call them a patient, like physicians call them patients. Physicians really should call their patients customers, because they really do rip you off. Physicians rip you off as a patient. So anyway, let's not even go there right now. So this is my vision board. Women's health. I've gotten back to this. I used to read it all the time. It's how I lost 40 pounds and kept it off since 2012 to 2021. So 9 years. Next year will be 10 years. My decade of physical fitness finally has come to fruition. My piggy bank really obviously hasn't. That's why I lived there, because I eat too much and I spend too much money, and I got to stop eating. I mean, not stop eating, but you know what I mean. Stop eating too much. And this is my business card that I made. Now that my address has changed, I'm going to still use that address because that address is helpful right now, to keep me safe. Nobody comes here and tries to murder me or kill me for saying the things I'm saying. So my secret to success, even though I trained as a life mastery coach, I never became one because I didn't know how to start a business. I still don't know how to start a business. Number two, I don't know how to ask people for money to pay me. And number three, that's it. You know, I don't know how to ask for money. So it's always been given to me. I've never really had to ask for money ever. I just never had to ask for money. It was always given to me. So some people can call it silver spoon. Well, it's not a silver spoon when you end up on the street homeless. You know, that's not exactly a silver spoon. It's more like, the golden egg that crashed basically and almost became, a streetwalker. So I didn't become a streetwalker, but surely that is the price that these nasty clergy play with women like me. So we outsmarted them again. Thanks. So I put 2.5 million because that's what I'm worth. This is my I know how to stay in shape. This is my picture in 1990, 30 years ago. I worked out like a fiend. I ate pizza and cookies, and I still look like this. I can still eat pizza and cookies and still look like this at 55. So here I'm 23 years old. The year after I graduated from pharmacy school, I dropped all the weight that I had. I passed my board exam. I dropped the weight. I met a boyfriend, started sleeping with him, and had a lot of fun. And we danced and partied, throughout our relationship. So it was fun. And party, I mean, go out, drink, have fun, dance, come back together, sleep in the same bed. And we should have ended up married, but we didn't because of my America's nastiness, I guess you could call it, as an immigrant. So, so this is it. This is my life. This is what got me here, and this is what's going to get me back. I put Ellen really wasn't part of my Ellen DeGeneres. Wasn't really part of my training to get fit. But I felt sorry for her in a good way. I didn't feel sorry for her like I want to cry or kill her or kill myself. I mean, Kill her. I'm not a killer. Um, I felt sorry for her because of what they did to her on TV, and it's just inappropriate. That's kind of what they did to me, I guess, in the hospital. What TV did to Ellen, the hospital did to me. So that's why I put her picture up there, because, well, that, and the main reason is because I bought her storage. What do you call it? Business. You know what I mean. Didn't buy her storage thing. I bought a thing that she sells under her name, which is a made up closet thing that I could put my towels in, and it holds enough: 5 towels, 5 hand towels, 5 bath towels, and 5 washcloths. And so, her picture was on it because that's what she sold at department store, and she left the TV business just for now until she comes to uh, until I hope, that she comes to Def Comedy Jam down the street, and we can see her live, instead of on TV. Just come and do your show live. I mean, um, as a pharmacist, I love her comedy. It's hilarious. I watched her when she was, um, I don't know how old, 25 maybe. Um, I bought her at the time. Yeah, at the time they called it DVD, right? Not CD. So I bought her DVD and I put it into the VCR, and I had a 20. My first TV was a Panasonic 21 inch um, TV with a VCR and a DVD, and Panasonic. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that was the first show that I watched. It wasn't her first show, but it was the first Ellen DeGeneres comedy show that I watched of her. And since then, she's come a long way. Obviously, I haven't been following her. I haven't been a fan because I've been too fucking busy fighting these fucking jerks in the hospital and what do you call it, the drugstores, to get my paycheck every fucking day for 30 fucking years. So I didn't really have time to watch Ellen, make billions of dollars and become a billionaire, because I was busy saving lives, as a pharmacist, telling physicians what to do, don't prescribe this, prescribe that, change this dose. You're going to kill the baby. The baby's in surgery. Maybe you should give them some epinephrine. Their heart is stopping. You just took the heart out of their, what do you call it? You just did an organ transplant. Maybe you should, do something to keep it alive, so it could, like, when you put it back in the body, it could stay alive and not die. And anyway, that baby didn't make it, but those kind of things happen. And I'm not, what do you call it, divulging medical information, and going against the HIPAA, because I don't work there, number one. It's been 18 years. Has it been 18? No, it's been 16 years. That's a long fucking time. So my stay quiet until you die is over. I don't know what they call that. It's a law thing. You can't speak about our patients until so many years after. And so this is the 16 years later I could speak about it. And I mean, I had physicians and nurses confessing to me constantly, like I became their damn reverend, like, I don't give a fuck if you killed a patient, like, stop telling me that shit, and then, oh, okay, well, she doesn't want to hear it verbally, then we're just going to write it in a report, send it to her. God damn it, I don't want to see that fucking report. That my job ended up seeing those reports, that was my job. And so I ended up with severe depression. Like, shit, man, this fucking nurse just killed another fucking patient. What the fuck? I mean, why are you telling me this? Anywho, long story short, that was my life. It's not my life anymore. So, so I put Ellen there because she's got a cute picture with a slanted head. And when you take a picture with a slanted head, it means you have a sense of humor, and before I left my brother to move to Los Angeles from Detroit. I mean, that sounds so fucking crazy, you know, that I moved. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, I took a picture like this with my brother. And this show is sponsored for my brother. He says he works for Oracle. You know, he doesn't work for Oracle. He works for himself. You know, me, myself, and I program. You know, I mean, who the hell pays your bills? Does Larry Ellison sit in Hawaii and pay your damn bills? You know, I'd like to know who pays your fucking bills. I need somebody to pay my bills. You know, but anyway. This is for you, Ahmed. Ahmed Omari. Ahmed Mukarram al Omari, born November 22nd, 1970. This is for you. Um, the leaning. Psychologists say, I read a book on body language, and when somebody leans in like this and they take a picture, you know, like when you with your head leaning, it means you care a lot. So, and you're lovable. And so, Ellen did that, and I like that. And that's what I did before I left my brother, and I gave him a picture. Here's my picture. You're not going to see me again for a while. And then Shaq made a commercial on general insurance, and he did the same thing. So it was kind of funny. Some of us have a sense of humor, and so that's my sense of humor. Oh, this 2.5 million. I made it. Really, I made it. 2.5 million is for Simone Biles because I've been praying like hell for her to have an income so she doesn't end up like Michael Phelps. No offense, Michael Phelps. Um, but we don't want to hear, you know, you Olympians, you know, be depressed and end up with DUIs. You know, you guys are physical fitness champions, and you need to make some money doing that. So I put $2.5 million up there because that's what Simone Biles makes every year, $2.5 million. She's got, I think, 3 contracts: one with Adidas, one with, and I might mix up the things. I'm not. I think it's Adidas or Reebok or whatever, you know, wherever it is. She made, she has those contracts. Those contracts will stay solid because I'm going to keep in prayer for her. And she pulled out yesterday, so I was really, really bummed. And I think she had a medical, what do you call it? I know I don't want to really. I'm not working for anybody, so, but I don't want to say the truth or the untruth, I should say. She had it's not mental. She didn't have a mental issue. She had a medical issue, medical. And with my doctor of pharmacy, we are given the training to be able to diagnose some things in our patients. And so if I see somebody going through a stroke, for example, my mom, she just sat right in front of me, and her left side of her face started drooping. So she was going through a stroke, and we're able to diagnose it. Oh my God, let's get some, I mean, not for my mom, but if she was younger, let's get some TPA, send her to the ER, and get her there within, 60 minutes or less. They wouldn't even do that here because Los Angeles doesn't have a mass transportation system that works. Number one. Number two, they have no hospitals. So build some more hospitals, assholes, and add some more medical students and medical schools to train. And number three, they don't have the structures to support that good medical care, you know, getting TPA to a stroke patient within less than 60 minutes. And anyway, long story short, that's my 5 minutes of fame. So I have that there because I want to make $2.5 million a year now. Not competing, not competing with Simone Biles or against Simone Biles or for her or against her or anything like that. But if she's 24 and make $2.5 million, and at her age, at 24, I was only making, 80, probably $75,000 a year, which was at that time, I thought it was a lot, but it's not. It's not a lot of money. I ended up homeless, so obviously my plan didn't work to go to college and pay for, student loan and all that other bullshit. So it didn't work. I'm 55 and homeless. So Simone Biles' plan will work because she's young, she's 24, she's got people praying for her, and I'm always on her side. Even if she pulls out one day out of the Olympics, she'll make it back tomorrow, I hope, or the next day. And she's got a strong business now, something I don't have. So I'm good at some things. I'm not good at business, as you can see from all this stuff. So what motivates me is the gym, going to the gym every day, and I finally get that routine back by stealing it back from the girls who stole it from me last week, or I should say yesterday. Um, you know, competitors are. They steal all the damn time, every single day, for the rest of your fucking American life. And so, as an Iraqi, um, is what I say, so I want to get my speech back because I really did want to be a preacher, and I still want to be a preacher. I just want to make a preacher with money. Um, Women's Health is a magazine that is written in New York and published in New York. And Women's Health hires all medical doctors, and that is why they're so fucking smart. And that is why I subscribe to Women's Health. And I've been reading it for like 35 years. My father used to read Time magazine. May Alamari reads Women's Health because they are all physicians. Okay, pharmacists have to learn from physicians. And so Women's Health gives me a great snapshot of health from a physician's article, basically. And, back in the day, the pharmacy schools would tell us, oh, you should read New England Journal of Medicine. We can't read New England. I mean, I can, but shit fucking A, I could just subscribe to Women's Health for $20 a year. And my God, I would get more medical school out of Women's Health than I would reading New England Journal of Medicine for 100 years. And because they hire physicians, and you got physicians' brains on paper. That's how I learn, So thanks, Women's Health. This is a picture of Kate Hudson, who is the daughter of Goldie Hawn, and Kate Hudson and Goldie Hawn both, as women, as daughter and mother-daughter, know how to stay physically fit, obviously. So that's why she's there. Strengthen your brain. This was my old me. This is the old May. This is the new May. Old May, new May. Old May, new May. Old May is talk about your brain and this and that and all this other bullshit. It's not going to get you anywhere, man. You're just going to end up broken homeless. So let's go back to this plan. Shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond. The diamond that I never got from my husband. So that's it. I'm going to read this, and it's kind of weird. Okay, so this is written from me. It's my writing. My writing. Okay, so, and I date and time everything because it's important to me to write the date and time. Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. Now, today is, I always have to keep the calendar open because when you're not working, you forget what the day is. So I have to keep a calendar. This is my calendar right here. The exterminator never came. They said they knocked on my door. I couldn't hear it. So, whatever. She said she's going to reschedule it. That's the story of my life. Things being rescheduled out of my life, and then in my life, out in. It's like we're the hamburger joint. Anyway, okay, Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. I don't know why I had this out like this. It's a piece of paper I need to hold on to. Okay. Tuesday, March 16th, 2021 at 12 noon. This is what I wrote. I do a daily inventory every day. Daily inventory is a step 10, which is basically what went well, what didn't go well, and then how can you fix it tomorrow, And I do that every single day. So number 6, I don't have the 1 through 5 because it's probably in the notebook and I can't find the notebook. So number 6 says, I am hurting to my core and I need God to surface in my life. Number 7, this is my soul. This is my soul talking. Okay, my soul talking and writing. A lot of times I'm not connected with my soul because of this and that, and any, they're not distractions. It's just you can't do everything at once. And so when I speak to the God that I know to tell me to let my soul speak, so that I know that I'm in tune with my soul. So number 6, I am hurting. I am hurting. I am hurting to my core and I need God to surface in my life. Number 7, I have grown weary and I need a place to live and a place to work. Number 8, this life of living outside is not fun anymore. Number 9, I do not appreciate people mocking me. Number 10, I have my tax appointment this Friday. Keep it covered until I pay my taxes. Number 11, I want or need someone to help me, and I need it without conditions or provisions from me. Oh, help. Did I say anything to hurt someone? Maybe. Do I owe amends? No. How can I be a blessing to someone? Number 1, stop spending my money. And number 2, find a place to live. Now, that's easy for you to say. Like, that's easy for me to say, find a place to live. I don't have the money or the, you know. So this didn't work in March. I didn't get placed into this place until June 29th. So this step 10 doesn't work. Didn't work. What did work is 2 sentences. Number 1, you're not meeting my needs, and I no longer have to listen to you, and I want a husband. My needs are a place to live and a man in marriage. A place to live and a man in marriage. You don't meet my needs for a place to live and a man in marriage. I won't listen to you. I shut you down. Cold face. Period. A place to live and a man in marriage. A place to live and a man in marriage. A place to live and a man in marriage. So now I have a place to live. That's what got me here. Is and in the day they would call that soap operas. What would they used to call that? Oh, ultimatums. And so ultimatums work. They really do work. Give the people that don't give you what you need an ultimatum, and if they don't meet those 2 things, and walk away. Have the courage and the strength enough to walk away, and the smarts and the intelligence to walk away. So I came across this in I think it was one of the department stores that I shop at regularly, and I know what it says. I'm just showing it to you. Now, why would God go to the um, why would God go to the extreme of getting someone to take this picture, put it in a frame, and then label it here, and then you're actually living in a city that's not this city? So they specifically took this picture, put it in a frame, made this frame with this name, this city name, instead of the city that I live in, which you know what city I live in. So um, why would God do that? Do you think it's God doing that, or do you think it's humans um, or sorcery or a clergy? Well, number 1, it's not clergy. Number 2, it's not sorcery. Um, does God work this way? It's a hypothetical question you need to answer for yourself. So I paid for my own business cards. I guess you can see this as a commercial now. I have a business. It's called coaching. and I don't need a license to be a coach. So, if you want to hire me, I can make things happen. That's my name, my number, my email, my address. You have to pay me $500 an hour. Okay, $500 an hour. I was going to say a minute, but $500 an hour if you want my help. Otherwise, you're not getting it. So that's my commercial. This is my measurements too. And so it was important for me to show this and look at it because I'm 40 pounds lighter. This was from November 2012 to today, July 29, 2021. My body fat has gone down from 40% to, I mean, right now it's probably 30%. So it's gone down 10%. That's huge. Measurements, I lost probably 25 inches total. So my new way, my new life, my new way, I'm going to call it, it's not a new life anymore. It's, I don't want to ride myself to the grave at 60. I say 60 because you might as well just, add 5 years to your life because I'm not going to contact you or help you in 5 years for all the shit you did to me on my whole life for 50 years, really. My new way is number one, don't compare to others. Number two is my stress. My stress is not their stress. Number three, I am divorced, single, with no kids. So that is my stress. Number four, I need a stove. That's gas. I need a gas stove, which I've been waiting 5 weeks for. And this Mexican woman is just being a bitch from hell. And nobody really would put up with her. In fact, she's not even married. That's how nasty she's become. And I don't know what to do with that other than confess it to you that way. A treadmill, no weights, a calorie balanced diet with shrimp, fish, and veggies, and some dry baked goods that I used to eat as a kid because I'm learning through my body that I am a high carbohydrate tolerance body, and it works for my energy level really well. And I'm still off my meds. Today is day one of off metformin, and so Billy Gardell would be proud of me if he knew me. He doesn't know me. I don't know him other than the commercial and watching Molly and is that Billy Gardell? Molly and Mike and Molly. I think that's a different actor. But anyway, long story short, he's in one of the shows. He's a cop. He's on a cop's show. It's not really a cop's show. I looked at it as a family show. But anyway, he's a policeman that struggles with weight. And what do you call it? He made a commercial on Ozempic. And as a pharmacist and a diabetic, my hats are off to you because you are my person that I look up to and admire the most because you're not afraid to talk about, our eating. And okay. So one good thing I did is I'm not going to tell my CR stepsisters because they'll be so fucking jealous. They'll just take over the meeting, and they can't because it's not even related to them. I went down the street, found a church, and they actually started groups that I need. One of them is food issues, to talk about food, and so it's a foods group. That's all we're going to do is talk about food the entire hour. Why you eat it, why you keep feeling sorry for yourself, why you keep gaining weight. It's a foods issue group. And CR has never embraced my food issues ever in my whole life. And, I'm diabetic. I need to talk about my food issues. So so I did that, and then that's on Monday nights. Um, so now it's time to talk about why I keep eating. Um, that's it, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Um, I'm mad at myself. I gained 20 pounds. 20 pounds is nothing to laugh over. And so I'm tired of people making me fat. And the clergy has hired an army of people to make me obese. And there are ways that I can get around that and win for all people who struggle with diabetes type 2. And so that's my challenge accepted. As as the uh, Asian walks off to challenge me with her bullshit, I challenge you right back. Go ride your fucking horses. You're not going to lose 30 pounds riding horses all for your fucking life. You're just not going to lose weight long term riding a horse. So you go ride your horses and have sex for the rest of your fucking life while I watch your belly grow bigger and fatter and fatter and fatter. Um, and I am going to join this food issues group and learn a healthy relationship with food. Um, I'm going to learn to have a healthy relationship with food, and in turn, hopefully, teach others once I learn a healthy relationship with food. And so you could go around and shove my face with this, and I'll turn it around and shove your face in that. You shove my face with this, I'll shove your face with that. This is the This and That program. Welcome to Dr. May Alamari's Dr. Oz show, except it's called Dr. Alamari. Thanks, YouTube, Google, Peacock, TV, Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein, Keith Raniere, and who else went to jail for sex addiction? Harvey Weinstein, Larry Nassar, Keith Raniere, and who else? Oh, Jeffrey Epstein, and he committed suicide for that. So, just not necessary. It's not necessary for you to be that nasty. It's just not necessary. Say goodbye.